We have a voicemail number. You can call it any time of day. It's 219-2-DAVID-P. Here is a very extreme Trumpist who called in. Okay, I want everybody to be ready. This is pretty bonkers stuff, okay? Let's listen.
Oh, I can speak? Oh, okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching you here on my DirecTV, and you're talking about our former president, Donald J. Trump.
Right.
And, yeah, I'm going to vote for him next year with the help of God.
What does that mean, with the help of God? Does that mean God will help this guy vote, or God will help Trump win? I don't know what that means. And by the way, if God's involved, why didn't Trump win in 2020? This guy probably believes Trump did win in 2020.
I'm so sorry for, what am I sorry for? Let me think.
What are you sorry for?
I don't have anything to apologize for.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
There are things that Mr. Trump shouldn't have said, but at least I know where he's coming from. And he did a great job while he was president. And
did he?
If you can't see that, I'll pray for you, David. Pac-Man.
Please.
That was one of my favorite games, by the way, Pac-Man. Have a nice day.
Well, I am really relieved that this guy is going to be praying for me. Rather than praying for me, he could have just cited all of the great things that Donald Trump did. I don't need the prayer. I need the facts. Give me the facts, sir. All right. So, you got to remember, it is this gentleman's constitutional right to vote. It is also our constitutional right to vote and to attempt to cancel out every single one of these Trumpist votes. For every MAGA like this guy that votes, we also get to vote. One of us gets to vote to make that vote irrelevant. And we are going to be building onto this message and recognizing that if we don't vote, people like the guy who called genuinely could get Donald Trump elected again. And the risks are significant. If you're worried about an 80-year-old Biden, you've got to be worried about an 83-year-old Trump at the end of this next term. We'll have plenty of time to discuss it, but make sure you're registered, folks, please. We have such a great bonus show for you today. There is a new poll that finds there is support for using violence to stop political opponents. How much do Americans support the use of violence to make political progress? We will discuss it on the bonus show. Secondly, artificial intelligence has now been used to read from an inscrutable ancient scroll for the first time. We'll talk about that, some other interesting uses of AI, as well as concerning uses of AI, how schools are dealing with the possibility of cheating with AI, so many different things. We're going to have an AI conversation when I'm joined by producer Pat on the bonus show. And lastly, this is really not looking good for Lauren Boebert. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert is losing donors to her Republican primary challenger. Now, she'll probably still win the primary. The question is whether Adam Frisch will ultimately defeat her in the general election in November of 2024. I hope the answer is yes. We'll be talking about that race. But the fact that there are Republican donors going from Boebert to her primary challenger tells you a lot about the way that she is being perceived after her latest hijinks. So all of those stories and more will be discussed on today's bonus show. You can get instant access to the bonus show.
Oh, the bonus show where you want to make money, but everybody else that makes money to fund themselves is bad.
A David Pac-Man membership costs $6 a month.
Right. You can get instant access for $6 a month or for $3 a month if you use the coupon code FFOX, all one word, FFOX, or Fox with two F's at the beginning, at joinpacman.com. I hope to see you on today's bonus show. I'll be back tomorrow with a new program as well. So I wrote another book for kids. The first book was Think Like a Detective. The point of the first book was to teach kids critical thinking, which Republicans don't want them to learn, because when kids learn critical thinking, they don't vote for Republicans. The new book is Think Like a Scientist. This is a fun adventure teaching kids the scientific method. Again, Republicans aren't big on kids learning the scientific method because when they do, they're less likely to fall for Republican lies about climate change and vaccines and so many other things. You can get the new book as well as the first one at davidpakman.com/book. This is part of the Adventures in Thinking series. Can you imagine that we're doing this? We are. davidpakman.com/book. 13,500 copies of the first book have sold. I'll bring you an update soon on sales for the second book. Think like a scientist. davidpakman.com/book.